If you own an engineer, get a big F in the comments. In this video, I'm gonna explain why. Alright guys, so the biggest reason I told you to get an F in the chat for this one is because the balancing of these new units with the old engineer is just ridiculous. Now, let me tell you why, okay? So, here, let me get this guy down. This is the engineer right here, guys. If you max him out, he's actually, not that expensive. Let me be real with you. That's not the problem here, okay? The problem is that they added a brand new spawner unit. It's a godly. So, okay, that's pretty rare. But, I mean, a lot of people in the game that are actually, playing a lot are going to get the game. And then a lot of people that spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on this unit right here. I mean, if they have it, it's, first of all, really rare, really expensive in IRL money, not, in-game currency. But then when you actually get him and use him, he stinks. Because in solos, he has the max tanks, right? They have 50,000 HP, okay? And now, like I said, I get it. He's more on the cheaper side, so yes, that makes sense. He was one of the original units in the game. But I think that, make it more expensive, just like the Chief Clockman, and then also increase his damage and stuff. Or at least listen to me on this part here, okay? Right now, as it stands, if you bring this engineer into a, team game mode, so let's say you play with 5 of your friends, or 4 of your friends plus you. That's 5 players, right? He still has 50,000 HP. But the enemies are 5 times as strong, but your engineer is still base, solo max level. At least scale him up so he's doing a little bit more damage per tank that spawns. Make the spawns quicker. Do something, because he also doesn't even boost, your teammates. So, for example here, if I do, in fact, get down a Chief Clockman, if you look at him here, he's got no boost, right? Literally nothing to him, okay? So, if you look at this guy, though, now, this guy, well, obviously, guys, I actually don't have... here, hold up. Let me... Oh, I actually put down the DJ TV man. Here we go. This one will work. So if I get down this guy here, right? This DJ TV man here. And if I look into the Chief Clockman, he is boosted. And the reason for that is because if you look into the Chief Clockman, right? And if I max him out, let's just say that for example, right? He does 18,000 damage for his own character. That's because he lobs the TNT blocks at the enemies. Whereas the engineer, he doesn't do anything. He just sits there and, that's it. Just in his nice little pose. That's all he does, guys. Whereas this guy is actually effective on the field. Plus, he has a range boost. So if you look at the other units in here, the range, 15%. That's really good. Makes the DJ better than any other units in your team. So you would always want to have at least one of these Chief Clockmans on your team, if not plenty, because they're really, really good. But then, just gotta, it always comes back to me, and I'm like, oh my god, I spent, probably $100 trying to get this engineer. He sucks. There's no reason to ever bring him in other than just have him as oh, cool, I have an engineer. But it's really not that cool at the end of the day. Whereas you just get a Chief Clockman now. He also could rewind toilets. There's just... Why even get the engineer? There's no point. I mean, I know it's not... You can't get it anymore, which is, I guess, okay. But, come on, we got the Spider TV buff, which I think still needs to be buffed some more. The Corrupt got buffed. He's actually good now. So, but some of these old units, they really need to be buffed so they're in line with some of these other units in the game. There's no trade-off here in any world where I would use the engineer over the Chief Clockman. I get it. He is cheaper. That's the only one. But cheaper, cheap items, they break, they suck, they're not worth it. I always go with the more expensive one, Chief Clockman. At the end of the day, he could be boosted. He actually attacks on his own. He spawns in enemies. By the way, I don't even know if we talked about this yet. Remember, 500k? Or, sorry, 50k for the tanks? 500k for the clock spiders. Yeah. How does that make sense, guys? I don't know. That's why I'm making this video. So hopefully, you guys open your eyes and maybe say something in the feature request, or maybe the devs might watch my video here. Who the heck knows? And if they watch my video, maybe we could get them to actually change this. Because I know way back, before all the drama and stuff happened, Innie made a poll. And he asked, what unit should be buffed. We all voted on, buffing the Spider TV, the Corrupt, the Engineer. But the Engineer still didn't get touched yet. And I really think, just let me say what I think should be done with him, okay? To make him, which, once again, he should be the best spawner unit in the game because he was a pay-to-win unit. And I know it's pay-to-win, but at the end of the day, for those of you guys that are free-to-play, just trade. You could always trade, all right? So just trade for him. But for us that spent a lot of money on it, it sucked because I would never use him ever. I would just use a Chief Clockman. So he at least has to have some sort of boost. Maybe make it like a maybe less version of the DJ TV man or something like that. Maybe give him damage boost, range boost, something, cooldown boost, or well, less cooldown, I should say. Something like that. Make him so he actually attacks the enemies. I don't know how he may do that, but make it something. Make it at least worth it. maybe make the tank's health 1 million and then spawn him in slower. I don't know. There's got to be something that we could do to make this guy a little bit better. Let me know in the comments what you guys would do to make the engineer a better troop. I'm just curious because maybe I could, like, you know, forward these towards or not towards, but to Talanchik or to I Am Evan. They could rebalance this and make him good again. Make the engineer great again, right, guys? We got to do it. We got to do it. So hopefully, you know, one day I could actually bring out my really cool unit again. And if you guys have it too, I mean, like I said, when was the last time you used an engineer? If, as long, like, you know, if you're actually trying hard in the game, probably a long time ago. So we got to bring him back, make him good again. And that would be a really cool feeling to see one of the, you know, most OG units in the game come back and actually take over Toilet Tower Defense again. Because right now, the Chief Clockman, he owns this battlefield. He truly does. There's just no point in ever using the engineer, which is so sad to say, but it's so true. But the only other thing too that I should probably mention here, right? If you put down 4, right? Watch this. Guess what? Guess what? Look at that. You have reached your limit for placing engineer cameraman. How the heck is there a limit for an engineer? Watch this, guys. Watch this. Are you watching? Are you all watching right now? Who's not watching? You guys better open your eyes. Open your eyes, everybody. Look at this. Tell me, make it make sense. You guys got to tell me if I'm telling lies here, but this is stupid. This is not right. this definitely needs to be changed. And same thing with the camera helicopter, guys. I don't have any more room right now, but you can only place down 2 camera helicopters. It makes no sense. It just truly doesn't. We got to get some rebalancing going on here in this game because, I mean, it just really doesn't add up, in all honesty. I would just want to see the reason for it. You know, I'm not hating on it. I just, you know, obviously things get old over time and they kind of get forgotten about. But they should really think and at least consider, you know, redoing some of these guys because, like I said before, they're just completely useless. And people spent a lot of money. That's my whole point here. I just want to make sure that the people that actually paid a lot of money, supported this game, they get their money's worth out of it, you know. Hopefully they get to use their favorite units once again, because engineer, he was one of my favorites when he first came out, and now, like I said, I haven't used them in, you know, ages. I couldn't even tell you the last time, probably 7 months ago when he was brand new. So yeah, hopefully someone watches this video. Hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully they like this video and are like, oh yeah, LT's right, let's fix this. If they say no, well, they say no. I'm not the dev of this game, but I could raise, you know, at least a little bit of awareness on this situation. Hopefully they change it. But anyways, guys, before we wrap it up here, don't forget, if you are new to my channel, we are going to be making a new game soon. It's my group. It's called the Crazy Club Studios. Make sure you join this on Roblox, Crazy Club Studios. You can also join my personal group, Crazy Club. Get my merch in here. My 400k merch is going to be gone forever real soon. And last but not least, I have a website, ltcrazy.com. On here, there's a giveaway for y'all. And once you're on here, just go down the sign up unit giveaways here. Just enter by using your email there. And then also, I got the value of every unit in the game on my website. So right here, use the search bar, use whatever you want you here. You just search it up there, and you're good to go. So happy trading. And that's it for today's video, guys. Adios.